Determining the victor in a clash between Hyperion and Omni-Man is a daunting task. These two possess extraordinary power, yet stand on vastly different sides of the moral spectrum. On one side is the eternal protector of the Marvel Universe, the most powerful member of the Squadron Supreme, a being who wields the power of a god, eyes beaming with beams of destructive energy, who once single-handedly stopped a rogue planet in its tracks and survived the destruction of his entire universe. Hyperion. On the other side is the ultimate warrior of the Viltrum Empire, a ruthless conqueror sent to Earth to weaken human civilization, a father, a husband, yet also a cold-blooded killer who slaughtered thousands of lives in mere seconds. Omni-Man, Nolan Grayson. When Marvel's Thunder collides with Image Comics' Tempest, when a tragic hero battles a pragmatic conqueror, and when neither possesses any obvious fatal weakness, who will be the last one left bleeding? Let's jump right in. First up is Hyperion, the sun god of the Squadron Supreme. He is the last child of an eternal race from a distant Earth. As his world faced impending doom, his father placed the infant into a spacecraft and launched it toward another planet. That ship crash-landed on Earth, where the child was raised by a human family and named Mark Milton. Growing up under the golden sun, his eternal body absorbed solar energy, granting him extraordinary powers that far surpassed all limits. He became Hyperion, Earth's strongest defender. Marcus Milton is not just a superpowered alien. He is a biological entity designed to absorb, store, and process cosmic energy and solar radiation on a near-infinite scale. Hyperion's physical strength is on a scale capable of moving celestial body. He has been proven capable of lifting, pushing, or altering the orbits of planets and moons, and even shifting colossal cosmic structures. In confrontations with powerhouses like the Hulk, in his Worldbreaker or Professor Hulk forms, Thor wielding the Odin Force or at the peak of his power, or the Sentry, Hyperion has consistently held his ground as an equal. He can unleash physical strikes with a destructive force equivalent to dozens of thermonuclear bombs, or even planet-level destruction with a single full-power punch. Hyperion's body is composed of ultra-dense biological tissue, reinforced by an invisible aura of energy. He can survive directly within the core of a star, endure supernova explosions, and even exist in the vacuum of space without oxygen. He has survived universe-destroying events and endured attacks from high-tier cosmic entities. His skin cannot be pierced by any conventional Earth weaponry, and even god-tier energy weapons can only cause superficial damage rather than destroy him. As for speed, this is one of the aspects that makes Hyperion truly terrifying. His speed goes far beyond merely flying fast. Hyperion can reach faster than light speeds while in deep space. He has flown across galaxies in short periods of time, and on Earth, he can move at speeds of tens of thousands or even millions of Mach. But more important than his travel speed is his combat speed and reflexes. Hyperion can perceive and react to attacks at a subatomic level. He can catch flying bullets, dodge strikes from speedsters like Quicksilver, and even engage in combat with entities capable of manipulating time. He has even flown fast enough to shatter the time barrier, traveling back into the past through the pure physical power of his legs and aura. Hyperion possesses atomic vision, an extremely powerful beam of thermal energy and radiation emitted from his eyes. This beam of energy can slice through adamantium, melt Iron Man's armor in a split second, and trigger city or nation-level explosions if he focuses his full power. Additionally, he has the ability to project energy from his body, generating electromagnetic pulses and solar radiation. Hyperion's senses are also a weapon in their own right. His hearing and vision allow him to hear a person's heartbeat from thousands of miles away, view the electromagnetic spectrum, X-rays, gamma rays, and track movements at a molecular level. He can sweep across an entire hemisphere of Earth in mere seconds. Marcus Milton is no mindless fighting machine. He is a leader, a strategist, and a hero who has fought to protect his reality for decades. He possesses experience facing multiverse-level threats, reality warpers, and ancient gods. His intelligence is at a genius level, supported by the superhuman information processing capacity of his brain. However, Hyperion's greatest weakness lies in his psychology. He carries the heavy burden of solitude, the grief of losing his loved ones and his entire race. At times, hesitation, compassion, or the fear of losing control over his powers can prevent him from deploying 100% of his strength right off the bat. But when backed into a corner, or when realizing his opponent is an existential threat, Hyperion becomes terrifically cold-blooded and decisive. He also possesses Frost Breath, a breath capable of instantly freezing anything, a highly effective close-range control tool. His senses are elevated to a supernatural tier, including X-ray vision, telescopic vision, and the ability to hear every sound across the entire planet. Hyperion's greatest strength lies not in his muscles, but in his spirit. He is a seasoned warrior who has fought through countless cosmic wars, facing off against entities like the Beyonders and the Incursions. More importantly, he is a survivor. He has witnessed the destruction of his world, of his friends, yet continues to fight. His willpower is unbreakable. He is not easily shaken, not easily provoked, and will fight to his very last breath. Now, let us talk about Omni-Man, the ruthless conqueror of Viltrum. Nolan Grayson, also known by the name Omni-Man. Nolan is not a god born from cosmic energy. He is the product of millions of years of intentional biological evolution by the Viltrum Empire. He is the embodiment of imperialism, pure muscular force, and a philosophy of life based on the survival of the fittest. Omni-Man represents a different scale of power, a scale where strength is measured in blood, bone, and brutality. He possesses no magic, no mystical energy aura. Everything he has stems from the supreme biology of the Viltrumite race. Nolan's strength originates from smart atom. The atoms within a Viltrumite's body do not merely bond together. They possess consciousness, automatically adjusting to generate optimal power, durability, and adaptability. Omni-Man's physical strength is absolute within his universe. He can effortlessly tear apart skyscrapers, lift loads weighing millions of tons, and shatter mountains. His most impressive feat was single-handedly invading and destroying the Flaxan civilization in just a few minutes, reducing a planet to ashes. He can punch away asteroids, and in battles against other Viltrumites, his punches generate shockwaves capable of flattening entire forests or cracking the earth for miles. However, Nolan's power largely caps out at the planetary level. He can destroy the surface of a planet, but he cannot destroy an entire star or galaxy. Nolan can fly through deep space at faster than light speeds for extended periods, allowing him to travel between star systems in weeks or months. However, his combat speed and speed within planetary atmospheres are much lower. In atmosphere, Nolan is typically seen moving at speeds ranging from tens to hundreds of Mach. He can react to attacks from other Viltrumites or high-speed enemies like Invincible, but he cannot reach faster than light speeds during close quarters combat. His reflexes are exceptionally fast, but they remain at a level of superhuman biology rather than the frozen time perception of Hyperion. Omni-Man's durability stems from skin and muscles reinforced by smart atom. He can endure blows from other Viltrumites, survive in the vacuum of space without breathing thanks to his body's ability to hold oxygen for an extremely long time, and withstand extreme temperatures. A shocking feat of Nolan's was being thrown into the core of a star, or at least an environment with temperatures equivalent to a stellar core or scorching magma, and surviving even though his body suffered severe burns and extreme depletion. The Viltrumite healing factor is one of the elements that renders them practically immortal. Smart atoms continuously repair damaged cells. Nolan has recovered from fatal wounds, broken bones, and destroyed internal organs in mere days or weeks. However, this healing ability has its limits. If the body is destroyed too quickly or too severely, such as being completely torn to pieces, the smart atoms will be unable to repair it in time. Omni-Man has very specific biological weaknesses. The fatal weakness of the Viltrumite race lies in their inner ear balance system. If this system is disrupted by extremely high frequency sound waves or physical attacks targeted at the ears, a Viltrumite will completely lose their sense of orientation, flight ability, and combat capacity, becoming rendered useless and easily killed. Furthermore, despite being able to survive extreme heat, temperatures that are excessively high, such as a true stellar core, can still kill them if they cannot escape in time. Psychologically, Nolan Grayson is a warrior with thousands of years of battle experience. He has wiped out dozens of civilizations and defeated the finest warriors of various races. He is cold-blooded, pragmatic, and never hesitates. He will not engage in idle chatter, will give no warning, and will target his opponent's fatal weak points immediately. However, after staying on Earth, Nolan underwent a profound psychological shift. His love for his family, Debbie and Mark, softened the heart of a conqueror, causing him to occasionally hesitate or fight to protect rather than to destroy. But in a bloodlusted state, or when facing an existential threat, the instincts of a pure-blooded Viltrumite will surge to the surface. He can endure punches from beings as strong as himself, withstand extreme temperatures, and survive massive explosions. However, he is not invincible. Given sufficient force, he can be injured, bleed, and even killed. The strength of a Viltrumite lies in their incredible self-healing ability. Severe injuries can mend within hours or days. Yet in a high-intensity battle, accumulated damage will affect his combat performance. He will not hesitate to employ the most brutal attacks, aiming for the eyes, the throat, or literally tearing his opponent apart. He is a cold predator, whereas most superheroes are bound by compassion. This ruthless nature enables him to create sudden turnarounds and finish off opponents quickly. Nolan has lived for thousands of years and has taken part in countless conquests across the universe. He is a master strategist and a warrior forged in the fiercest of wars. His combat experience is not that of the ring, but real-world combat experience where the sole objective is to survive and kill the enemy. The clash between Hyperion and Omni-Man. Strength, speed, durability, and combat skill. Omni-Man's strength represents the peak of Viltrumite biology. He can destroy cities, flatten mountains, and unleash planetary-scale disasters if he tries. But Hyperion operates on a completely different tier. Hyperion has grappled with and pushed back foes whose power can rip open dimensions, moved planets out of orbit using just his shoulders, and endured punches from entities whose power is measured by the weight of stars. If Nolan were to land a full power punch on Hyperion's chest, it would be like a child punching a block of granite wrapped in pure steel. Hyperion could take that blow completely unscathed, or at most take a single step back. Conversely, if Hyperion retaliates with a punch, the impact force would far exceed the durability threshold of the smart atoms within Nolan's body. A single punch from Hyperion carries enough kinetic energy to shatter the molecular structure of a Viltrumite body, turning Nolan into fine dust or blasting him straight through multiple planetary layers. In terms of pure strength, Hyperion outclasses Omni-Man by millions, if not billions, of times. Omni-Man possesses rapid movement speed in deep space, but his combat speed and reflexes within an atmosphere remain only in the range of Mach, hundreds to thousands. He can dodge bullets, but he would struggle against light speed opponents. Hyperion, on the other hand, commands combat speed on a faster-than-light scale. He can perceive time slowing down, moving and reacting within time frames measured in picoseconds. Before Nolan could even complete the intent of throwing his first punch, or before the neural signal from Nolan's brain could reach his muscles, Hyperion could have orbited the Earth dozens of times, analyzed the structure of Nolan's body, and unleashed thousands of strikes. This disparity in speed is like a human trying to fight a god capable of freezing time. Nolan would never even be able to touch Hyperion, let alone deal damage. Omni-Man is extremely difficult to kill. He can survive in a vacuum, endure immense pressure, and recover from severe injuries thanks to smart atoms. However, a Viltrumite's healing factor has its limits. It requires time and energy. If his body is destroyed too quickly or too completely, he dies. Hyperion possesses a level of durability capable of enduring supernova explosions and surviving within stellar cores. His skin and aura cannot be pierced by ordinary physical forces. Even if Nolan could manage to leave a tiny scratch on Hyperion's skin, Hyperion's atomic vision is a weapon to which Nolan has no answer. The beam of energy from Hyperion's eyes possesses temperatures and destructive yields equivalent to the core of an actual star. Nolan has endured high temperatures before, but that was for a short duration and left him severely depleted. If hit directly by atomic vision at maximum output, Nolan's body would be entirely vaporized before his smart atoms could ever have time to repair it. Hyperion doesn't even need to beat Nolan to death. He can simply incinerate his opponent at a molecular level. Combat skill is the sole factor Omni-Man could take pride in. Nolan Grayson is a warrior with thousands of years of real combat experience. He is a master of Viltrumite martial arts, understands the anatomy of countless species, and constantly seeks to exploit his opponent's weaknesses. He knows no mercy and will target the eyes, ears, or internal organs immediately. Hyperion, despite having experience fighting gods and monsters, sometimes still carries the
mindset of a hero, occasionally hesitating or refraining from killing his opponent instantly. However, in a fight where the power and speed gaps are absolute, combat skill becomes meaningless. You cannot use martial arts techniques to defeat an opponent you cannot touch, and whose single touch can erase you. If Hyperion gets serious, bloodlusted, he won't give Nolan any opportunity to utilize his experience. Hyperion is no fool either. He is a brilliant strategist. If he recognizes Nolan as a threat, Hyperion will end the fight in a split second, perhaps by ripping Nolan's head apart or blasting atomic vision straight through his brain before Nolan even realizes what is happening. The battle. Nolan Grayson, in a timeline where he was not swayed by affection for Earth, flies toward the solar system with the intention of conquering the blue planet. He lands on Earth, preparing to deliver his decree of conquest and begin the slaughter to establish a new order. But standing in his way, hovering in mid-air with his red cape billowing in the wind, is Marcus Milton Hyperion. "Are you the ruler of this world?" Nolan asks, his voice calm yet dripping with contempt. "You have strength, yet you are weak. You let these insects rule over you." Hyperion looks at Nolan, his eyes glowing softly yet dangerously. His hearing has already picked up Nolan's heartbeat, analyzing his biological structure in a fraction of a second. He realizes Nolan is not from Earth and that this creature's intention is destruction. "I do not rule them, Nolan. I protect them, and you will not touch another soul." Nolan scoffs. Without another word, his feet shatter the ground as he launches himself straight at Hyperion at speeds in the hundreds of Mach, unleashing a punch aimed directly at his opponent's head, a lethal strike he has used to tear apart thousands of warriors. But the punch swings through empty air. Hyperion is no longer there. Before Nolan can even comprehend what happened, he feels a tremendous impact against his back. Hyperion has moved around him and delivered a kick. The kick is by no means light, but Hyperion is holding back. Nolan is sent crashing through 3 buildings, tumbling into a forest, shattering thousands of trees. Nolan stands up, coughing up blood, his eyes blazing with fury. Not bad. He roars, flying back up into the sky. He realizes his opponent is vastly faster than him. Shifting tactics, he ascends into Earth's orbit where he can reach maximum speed, then dives down toward Hyperion at faster than light speeds, turning himself into a biological missile. Hyperion floats in space, watching Nolan charge toward him. He does not dodge. When Nolan is merely a meter away, Hyperion reaches out his hand and catches Nolan by the throat. The monstrous kinetic energy from Nolan's charge is completely absorbed by Hyperion's aura. Nolan struggles violently, trying to claw at Hyperion's face, but his nails, which could tear through steel, simply slide across Hyperion's skin without leaving a single scratch. "You are strong," Hyperion says, his voice echoing in the vacuum through the vibrations of his aura. "You have conquered many worlds, but you have never faced a god." Nolan roars, attempting to exert the full strength of his muscles as the smart atoms within his body work at absolute maximum capacity to break the hold. But it is useless. Hyperion's strength is absolute. Hyperion knows that Nolan will never give up and that the Viltrumite race will continue to send others. He decides to end this threat. Hyperion's eyes turn a brilliant, fiery red. "I'm sorry," Hyperion whispers. 2 beams of atomic vision erupt from his eyes, converging directly on Nolan's head and chest. The temperature surges to millions of degrees in a millisecond. The Viltrumite's smart atoms desperately attempt to repair the damage, but they are destroyed faster than they can regenerate. The body of Omni-Man, conqueror of hundreds of worlds, completely vaporizes in a blinding flash of light, leaving behind a silent void in Earth's orbit. Omni-Man may be a god to humanity, but Hyperion is a god to gods. In a direct confrontation, whether on Earth, in space, or anywhere else, Hyperion emerges as the overwhelmingly undisputed victor.
And that's our analysis of the battle between Hyperion and Omni-Man. Let us know your thoughts by commenting below. Are you on the side of Hyperion's cosmic power or Omni-Man's brutality? If you enjoy these epic showdowns, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the next cosmic battles. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next battles. That is all for today's video. Thank you so much.